2021 Jaguar F Type. Every 2021 F Type is a superb performer. V8 versions add a glorious soundtrack. Features and specs. Convertible automatic first edition. MPG. 23 city/30 highway. MSRP. $75,400. Convertible automatic p380. MPG. 23 city/30 highway. MSRP. $64,700. Convertible automatic RAWD. MPG. 16 city/24 highway. MSRP. $105,900. The 2021 Jaguar F Type coupe or convertible looks like nothing else on the road, if that helps justify the price. We'll skip the tired, sex on wheels cliches and titillating metaphors and get right to the point. The 2021 Jaguar F Type coupe or convertible is highly satisfying and hugely sensual. Dang it! Even we can't escape the F Type's attraction. And we try really hard. With the 2021 F Type, Jaguar has an aspirational car to draw eyeballs. It's not the fastest in its class, or the quickest. Others handle better, others are more powerful. But none of them look like the F Type. It gets a 6.6 TCC rating that's buoyed by its good looks and superlative performance. It's revised this year compared to last, with just a few noticeable changes. This year, the F Type is available as a coupe or convertible with 4, 6, or 8-cylinder power. The number of build configurations has been more than halved from last year's version, partially thanks to a 6-speed manual transmission that has disappeared from the lineup. The two-door coupe or convertible sports revised headlights and tail lights that are smaller and slimmer, and help the F Type look lower and wider on the road. Inside, the cockpit is largely the same except for a wide, 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster that faces the driver. Base coupes are powered by a 296 horsepower turbo 4 that drives the rear wheels only via an 8-speed automatic. The next step up is a 380 HP supercharged V6 that's identical from last year's version that drives all 4 wheels via the same 8-speed automatic. The top of the pile is a supercharged V8 that makes 575 HP in the F Type R and drives all 4 wheels via an 8-speed automatic. Rear-wheel drive is only available on the Turbo 4 models. All F Types ride on double wishbone suspensions front and rear that grip the road, Kung Fu style. F Type Rs get adaptive dampers and an electronic limited slip differential that draws tight lines around corners. 2 adults will fit comfortably in the F Type, any more than 2 will need to call a cab. The interior is lovely, although others do luxury better, and cargo space takes a back seat in the Jaguar which the F Type completely lacks in way. Base coupes ride on 18-inch wheels and offer leather upholstery, the big 12.3-inch instrument cluster, a 10.0-inch touchscreen for infotainment with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, and a 5-year/60,000-mile warranty. The Turbo 4 2021 F Type coupe costs at least $62,625, but V8 versions crest 6 figures and hardly look back. Fully loaded, the F Type can nudge $120,000 and it's huge fun but not a relative value. Sometimes emotional purchases are just emotional. Styling. Nothing on the road looks like an F Type, and we mean that in the best way possible. Low-slung sports cars with long hoods and graceful lines like the 2021 F Type likely trigger some reptilian concept of automotive beauty that we struggle to detail. Since we're paid to be writers, we'll attempt to describe it here, but the short of the long, the F Type is an 8 for styling because it's beautiful and then some more. This year, the F Type was slightly revised with new headlights and tail lights and a few new badges on the outside. The biggest difference on the outside is new LED headlights that are slimmer and don't draw up the front fenders, but rather draw toward the corners of the front bumper. The effect visually lowers the weight of the car and makes the nose appear lower than it is. The grille is incrementally wider in the 2021 version, although that difference is harder to spot. Around back, Jaguar added thinner LED tail lights that shape the back end more to appear wider. Convertible models have small pinches above the rear wheels that frame the back end. For Jag, the exhaust finishers are a giveaway to what's under the hood. Turbo 4 versions get a single exhaust outlet that's mounted in the middle, V6 versions use central mounted twin tailpipe, and V8 versions use quad-tipped dual exhausts perched at the corners. Inside, the F Type is driver-centric with a new 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster that helps keep pace with other high-tech competitors. Even with the new screen and big 10.0-inch touchscreen, the F Type still feels pretty analog inside, which can be a good thing. Performance. Every 2021 F Type is a superb performer. V8 versions add a glorious soundtrack. This year the F Type pares back its powertrain lineup to just the essentials. The coupe or convertible is available with a Turbo 4, or either a supercharged V6 or V8 with increasing spiciness up the ladder. The good news among all three, each is fire-breathing in their own right, with plenty of exhaust crackles and pops along the way. There's better news, too. But we'll get to that in a minute. The 2021 F Type is an 8 for performance thanks to willing engines at every stop, good handling, and another point for exceptional performance at the top. The base Turbo 4 coupe or convertible is bright, but a somewhat different animal compared to the other two available engines in the F Type lineup. The 2.0-liter Turbo 4 makes 296 HP and is borrowed from other cars and crossovers in the Jaguar lineup. In the F Type it drives the rear wheels only via an 8-speed automatic transmission. According to Jaguar, the Turbo 4 accelerates the F Type up to 60 miles per hour from a standstill in less than 6 seconds, which is brisk. But the Turbo 4's gift isn't outright acceleration, but rather its lightness compared to the other F Types and rear drive dynamics that make it fun to drive. The Turbo 4 requires attention to keep the engine on the boil. It's most powerful and responsive between 5,000 RPM and 6,000 RPM where its back is against the wall. Like the other F Types, the Turbo 4 models spit and cackle in grin-inducing ways, even if it's more processed and artificial than American cheese. The Turbo 4 is about 440 pounds lighter than the rest of the lineup and it has a quicker steering ratio that makes it brighter to drive. There are $60,000 coupes and convertibles that are outright quicker than the F Type in just about every scenario, but the Jag still feels special and still brings a smile. Grins get bigger from there as the horsepower increases. The supercharged V6 carries over unchanged from last year and makes 380 HP. It's mated to the same 8-speed automatic, but Jag makes all-wheel drive standard on the V6 and V8 this year. Our turns in V6-equipped models have been in 2020 F Types or older, but the driving dynamics are all the same. The V6 sprints from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 5 seconds, and it's especially bright in dynamic mode where it springs from the line with a whisper on the throttle. The F Type R is equipped with a 5.0-liter supercharged V8 that makes 575 HP, up from 550 last year. It's the same engine from the F Type SVR that was shelved for 2021, but the F Type R doesn't make the same shouting noises. Jag says they can't sell a car that loud in the US anymore. Nevertheless, the F Type R speeds up to 60 miles per hour from a standstill in 3.5 seconds and transforms the nimble two-door into a predator. The V8 roars from its quad-tip tail and its active exhaust can broadcast its signature song for blocks. The V8 is equipped with standard all-wheel drive and it's welcome dumping that much power down the driveline to two wheels only would be overwhelming. Jaguar widened the F Type R's front and rear tires by 10 mm this year to better handle its power and our drives on rain-soaked roads in Portugal were better for it. The V8 F Type is a bona fide track car if drivers are looking for one, however many people that may be in the real world. All F Types ride on double wishbones front and rear with a tenacious grip on the road. Engineers say they've tweaked and stiffened suspension parts for better response, although we didn't think any F Type was a sloppy handler. Perhaps the best upgrade for the F Type this year? The 8-speed automatic with a preternatural tendency to find the right cog at the right time. We love it. We'd almost say we don't miss the manual almost. Comfort and quality. Bring a friend, but just one, with you in the 2021 F Type. Small two-door sports cars are honest to a fault. There are few promises about space and comfort with such a small cabin. The F Type seats 2 adults comfortably, with power-adjustable thrones and leather upholstery. There's good room inside for tall drivers. Our 6'2" editor had no problems driving the coupe or convertible and the seats are all-day comfortable. Unfortunately, there's not much room for cargo underneath the rear glass in coupes and it's nearly non-existent in convertibles. Starting from an average score, the F Type gets points for comfortable front seats, but we ring the bell for a cramped cargo area. It's a wash at 5. Despite the cabin's compact proportions, there's good room inside the F Type provided knees and backs don't give out on the way into the low-slung sports car. Jaguar says the front seats offer 42 inches of leg room in front, which should hold the longest legs. Extremely tall drivers may take note, the backrest becomes more upright as the seat bottom slides further back. In coupes, Jaguar says there are 14.4 cubic feet for cargo space, but that space feels smaller thanks to a sloped roofline that cuts into cargo room. In convertibles, that space shrinks to less than 8 cubic feet, which is only about enough to carry one large rollaboard suitcase or a couple of soft-sided duffel bags. Safety. The 2021 Jaguar F Type lacks official crash test data. The 2021 Jaguar F Type is too new and too pricey to throw into a wall in the name of science. Without official crash test data, we don't score it here. We'll update this space if that changes, but we're not holding our breath. This year, every F Type is equipped with forward automatic emergency braking that can help prevent or mitigate a crash and active lane control that can help keep the two-door centered in its lane. Blind spot monitors are an optional extra and a good idea for coupes. Vision toward the rear is limited due to the sloped roofline. Features. A big touchscreen and bigger warranty help the 2021 F Type stay relevant among higher-powered competitors. This year, the 2021 Jaguar F Type gets a handful of upgrades that includes a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster inside. Every F Type is well equipped with leather upholstery, 18-inch wheels, power-adjustable seats, a power-adjustable steering column, a 10.0-inch touchscreen for infotainment with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, and a 5-year/60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. Starting from an average score, the F Type gets points above average for its standard features, its generous touchscreen, and a good warranty compared to other luxury makes. It's an 8 for features. Jag offers the F Type in coupe or convertible body styles. The Turbo 4 base coupe costs at least $62,625 before options, and V8 powered convertibles cost at least $106,925. We'd steer toward V8 powered F Type R models with 575 HP and maximum fun. At 6 figures for any version with or without a roof, it's hardly a value, but its soundtrack is intoxicating. The F Type R adds 20-inch wheels with staggered width tires, active exhaust, LED headlights, uprated leather upholstery, Meridian audio, an electronic limited slip differential at the rear, adaptive dampers, and ambient lighting inside. White or red exterior paint is included in the price, although premium paint is a tempting proposition for $4,550, especially in its deep orange, bright yellow, or radiant royal blue. From there, premium Windsor leather upholstery, a heated windshield, and blind spot monitors. With every option, a V8 F Type can nudge nearly $120,000, where its power and performance may fall down against other competitors from Mercedes and BMW. One advantage for the F Type: every coupe or convertible gets a 5-year/60,000-mile warranty that has no equal among luxury competitors. The 380 HP V6 version that costs $82,825 to start may be tempting for those who don't want to spend 6 figures on an F Type but still want the look and the warranty. We can't find many faults with that logic. Fuel economy. The 2021 F Type is as fuel efficient or as thirsty as your pockets will allow. Pared down to just 3 powertrain configurations for 2021, the Jaguar F Type is mostly fuel efficient as far as 2-door sports cars are concerned. The most popular configuration is a Turbo 4 equipped with rear-wheel drive. The EPA rated those versions last year at 23 mpg city, 30 highway, 26 combined. That's a 5 on our fuel economy scale. Opting for the V6 and all-wheel drive drops numbers. The EPA rated those versions at 18/26/22 mpg. The news doesn't get much better because V8 equipped versions drop those figures. The EPA rated those versions at 16/24/18 mpg. All F Types are equipped with an 8-speed automatic. Last year's manual transmission has been scrapped this year, and require premium fuel. Coupes and convertibles rate the same for fuel economy. We'll update this space if EPA ratings for 2021 change.